Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. Let me just get on the right thing of music. If I can find it, there it is. All right. Actually, let me just quickly do this. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly do a little bit of stuff. Oh, shoot, I pressed the button. I didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. And then I just need to... Alright. And then let me just... So this... And that is the current background music. Go. All right. And then we're just going to sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I get everything set up properly. Then we're just going to that. All right. Oh, desktops are not set to being audible. Oh, that's been my bad. Looks like it's a little loud, so let me quickly turn that down a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay. Right, I know why that happened. Okay, let's go here. There we go. Oh, and I need to fix that. Dang it. And let me just fix this. There we go. Alright. There we go. How is everyone doing today? I hope you all are doing well. Yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I know I'm doing pretty iffy myself, but hopefully we can get some stuff to do. We are going to be building 2, maybe 3. We're going to be building 2, maybe 3 sets today. So we have this set, this little poly bag. And then we have this set, which we'll also hopefully be building today. And then potentially, depending on how long that takes, we also have this set to build today. So hopefully we'll be getting to at least 2, maybe all 3 of these today. Yeah. How you guys doing? Hope y'all are doing well. I think we're gonna start with the poly bag, the little Millennium Falcon poly bag. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. I'm just finally getting to build some sets that I bought during the May the 4th promotionals. So quite big, quite a lot, but yeah. How y'all doing? Get this thing open. There we go. Alright. Good. Alright. Yes. Yeah. We're just gonna kind of build a couple of sets. If anyone ends up showing up in chat, we'll also be talking with them. And it'll just be a bit of a relaxed stream today. Mostly because I really failed to kind of plan out a stream for today, but that's fine. Alright, so let's get our little booklets. Okay. Oh, good. So, we have just barely... Good. That works very well for me. Okay. So let's start the building process. I'm a little frazzled today. Sorry about that. And we're just gonna do some building. I think it'll be kind of fun maybe at some point in the future to maybe do a custom build Lego stream, but I'm a little hesitant on that one just for now until I can get some better location for doing such type of action. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? I know I'm a little... I'm not doing great today, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't really know if I want to say more, but I'm not doing amazing today. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, how's everyone doing? And then we're just gonna do all these. Like that. And then we repeat process. Good. Flip it around. Grab these pieces. And they will go right here. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Hope you all are doing very well. I think I might mention it a little further in the future for what talking to me today, but yeah. Alright, we'll just finish building this. Shouldn't take too much extra effort. Boom, 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 boom. Almost made that wrong. This here. I absolutely love these sorts of mini builds that you end up getting for the May the 4th promos. They're really good. I like them quite a bit. Very fun, simple builds, easy to make. Wait, what? Did I miss any part of this construction? No, I did not. Alright then. Not quite certain why it's built like this, but sure. And then we just take these two parts, stack them. Yeah. These two parts, stack them. Grab these circular pieces, throw them on here. Add them to the build. And then we cover this all up. Boom, 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 boom. Very light build that I'm noticing. I don't know, maybe I'm just stronger than I thought it was, but the build feels very light, which is pretty cool. And interesting. I hadn't expected the build to feel light. So again, that might just be me being stronger than I realized. Yeah. I hope you all are doing well. There we go. Adding the other pieces. Good. There's a lot of the greeble that kind of takes place above the vehicle, so it'll be pretty interesting to see. The good old Millennium Falcon. I know it's usually pronounced Falcon, but the Millennium Falcon or Falcon, I don't really know which one you'll say. Right. There's a lot of those circular pieces. Here, let me just get you. Alright. And then we got boom. Boom. And then it is doot. I'd love to eventually get some of the bigger Millennium Falcon sets that they've made. Maybe a PlayScale one at some point, but for now I think we're fairly decent. Yeah. Oh wait, when was I supposed to add this? Ah, I missed this part very early on this page of the construction. My bad. Add in that cockpit. We just add in the circular piece. And then we add in the dish. here. And there we go. Let me just bring it up to you guys so you can see a bit better. Look. Got the Millennium Falcon. Just kind of... Yeah, I think it looks pretty darn cool. It's a decent little mini display piece. I actually quite like it. And we're just gonna move these pieces off the side over there. Fold this up. I don't know if some of the previous folds were done right, but we got these at least, so we'll just use that to hold that. And then we're going to get the really big and fun one for... Actually, you know what? No. I think I am going to go with this set for the next one we do. Do I have anything to break the tape? I think this will do. For some reason, I have a screwdriver over here, which I don't really remember why it's over here, but I should do good enough to break the tape and then cut it. I know I have a knife somewhere, but I don't really want to leave this stream until we finish. But yeah, how you guys doing? Come on. Pop a hole in the tape. Not the cleanest, but screwdrivers do work. And yeah, we're just going to finish building this. We're going to build this one, then we're going to build the other set. Yeah, that'll be the stream. I think this is going to be a really cool set to build, and I'd love to see how it looks when it's all said and done. Down below, we got a 2-bag set, so bag 2 will be placed right over here. And we have our booklet. It's a pretty medium scale booklet, fairly small. And then we have our bag number 1. Let's get this started. So we got 3 clones, 3 clone trainers, a small little tower, and then the little flying thing. So we'll see what all needs to be built with bag 1 first. It does appear to be that the clones are built first. So, yeah. Alright, so me, it's obvious which will start first. Get the clone head rolling. Yeah, how y'all doing? One sec. Let me just check this. I just want to make sure of everything. How's everything doing? One sec. Let me just check something real quick. I want to check audio. What's the sort of balance like? Oh, the background music's really loud still. Okay. Okay, there we go. That should help a little bit with the background. Okay. I was like, that seems like that might be still a little loud. But, alright. Go. Yep, we just build the clones, so all 3. These are probably some of the best clones. Ooh, they even have some arm printing, some dual molded legs. Nice. Alright, these are some really good clones. Of course, all clones are going to be the exact same, so I will probably not show you every clone, but I will show off the clones. Let me just finish building them all, and then I'll show off one of them. These are some really good clone minifigures. I actually really like these guys. And then last but not least, and we'll give them the weapons afterward. But look at him. Come on, focus, please. Come on, camera, please focus. No idea how to get the camera to focus. Relatively clear over here, but it's a little harder to see on some devices, some of the detail. But we got some arm printing right on there with the Kaminoan logo on the arms, and then of course just a few lines on the back as well as the belts, kind of showing off where the shoulder blades would be. Really wish I could get this camera to focus, but yeah, a nice pretty decent Lego clone minifigure. Just very basic, but honestly the basic looks really good. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of construct the guns, give them to each of the figures. And then yeah, I think on the YouTube side I might put on the in the comments the background music that I use, just so then I remember to actually do that properly. But yeah, we got our 3 clones. They'll be off to the side. We'll just put them like this. They'll be right there. And then, okay, so the little tower thing is what gets built first. So, as far as I can tell, that's these. Since it's a tower, I shouldn't need to lift it, so I can kind of build it like this, and then I just boom, 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 boom. This piece here, and then we use these to kind of run counter to the objects. So these would go outward 4 corners. And then if I grab this, I'm gonna get like that sort of look with the turret. And then we add on even more of the top bracket pieces, which does make the little turret look a little less impressive, but still pretty cool. And then we need a black, where's the, there it is, R. And then we just have that, so we just have this little turret piece, this little rotating bit, and then just a bit of a base, the tower, and then the top. Pretty basic, but works pretty well for this set. I don't really know why they split the toppers into two separate pieces. That kind of confuses me, but I don't know. And then it's just boom, boom, two tall tower tray piece. Oh, I missed a part. Add in our little bracket, add in our top piece. And then let me get, oh, and then we use this white piece. I really like that. And then we do the same thing. We just white bracket key or white angled blade, black angled. Oh wait, no, this one's just a standard black angled plate. My bad. With black angled plates, two of these sort of curves without the inside corner. Stud. Very interesting. And then this goes this way, yes. And then we add on this white plate piece. And then it just kind of goes, come on, stay. Kind of goes in like this, forming a nice little white, black, studded area. I like it. And in the little black bar, and then you just add in. Oh, I didn't realize that that's how this was done with the 3-clip. Honestly, I kind of wish that this was a regular set. And then we put one of the guns just right there. And that's that. So we've got this. It's just got a bunch of clips. Is angled with a bunch of pieces. Looks pretty good. I actually quite like it. It's a very simple but very basic little set piece. Just kind of shows some more details, a little part holder. I think it looks pretty cool. Bum, bum, bum. And then we get the rest of this, which hopefully can be built quickly. I absolutely love these these areas of construction. They're just, I really love building these Lego sets. They're really fun to do. But yeah, I think today will be a fairly short, like in comparison to other streams, maybe only a 2 to 3 hour stream today. I know for some that might be long, but for me that's a fairly short stream today, just because, well, just because I kind of was, I didn't really think about what I wanted to do for stream today, and so I'm kind of just going at this semi-blind and without much of a plan, so that is essentially why today is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. Failed to prepare. I know I was going to stream today, but didn't know why. What? Yeah. Very interesting to see how these kind of all connect together. I do believe I've got a rough idea on how these kind of fit together, but it's very interesting to see. Use these rounded stud pieces as sort of there. Then we add in the blues. Nice. It's very interesting. I'd be very interested to see what this is sort of. I understand roughly what it's designed to be. I think it's supposed to be like a fighter training rig, but very interesting. I do find it interesting that they chose to do one of these instead of two of these. Right, and then we're supposed to flip it around. Add in some pieces. Now, I'm a bit surprised that they did most of this as bag 1 for this build. They're not just save all of that for bag 2. Oh, that is a flat plate, not a... My bad. Okay, and then we do this. That, and then we just do use and one of these. Got duals. Then we do another blue. The grill piece. I really do need to get a better camera. But that'll probably be a little bit before we can get a better camera. And then this is here. We do this. The one that's flat-nosed. Good. This comes up here, I guess. Interesting. And then we have bag number 2. Yeah, I absolutely love building Legos. They're some of the most fun things to end up building. I have to say, I'd absolutely love to build some of the bigger sets soon. Those will require a little bit of a better setup, I think. I right now don't have a great setup. Yeah, I don't really have the best setup, but it works pretty well. Alright, and then we just remove all the small bits in a separate area. With this facing this orientation, we go you, hair, you, and then it is where are. Then we go throw this one in place. Then we throw on the big spinning wheel piece. I'm very interested to see, because I've not seen anyone actually move these before, so these big spinning ratcheted joints are kind of interesting to me, because to me, that looks like that's going to be a very intriguing play feature. Okay, so this goes like this with a stud. And where are the other parts? There's one of them. And then we get a bar. And then we get our this good. Oh, well, that's interesting. So we get a blue piece. one of these and one of these. And we just... Very interesting. Did not expect this to be part of the design. Well, I probably should have. It's very good design. And then you just flip it and repeat. So, repeat and mirror the design on the other side. So I can more or less do all of these steps again. As once you kind of know what you're doing, you're pretty safe to just repeat. Anytime they have you do one on one side, it's nearly always guaranteed you're doing it the same on the other side. And go here. And then we throw this place. Good. Once that's placed, grab you. This. The bar that's over here. And voila. Just the same process, just mirrored. Yup, same process, but mirrored. And then we flip you upside down. Grab this, add grill pieces on top. And then add in one of these yellow pieces. That's kind of interesting. That's a unique way to get design on the bottom. I'll have to use that with the mock that I do. That's a very unique way to switch scales. I assume that it'll be used in something else other than just this ooh. Oh, man, that's tough to get off. Man, these are some tough clips. Come on. Yeah, let's try to use a longer piece, maybe. Nope, that just removed the stud. Okay. Well, that's gonna be stuck on there a little bit better, but I'll show you the piece on the instruction booklet. That right there, using one of these pieces to connect a section upside down on a main part of the grid and on the main structure, that's pretty cool. That's interesting. And then we use U to cover up this bottom section. Then we use this top piece for some bottom corners. That about quarter round. Very nice. And those are just about perfect quarter rounds, which is pretty impressive. And then I assume this gets, yeah, this gets thrown right back here. With this piece going up here, which, okay, so it's intentionally inside the trap. That's pretty cool. Oh, come on, click. Oh wow, that is very nice and tight and smooth. I like that. That's very nice, very smooth, very unique design. I absolutely love it. And then we're just gonna grab the main bar piece, the right main bar piece. I almost made that mistake, which probably would have been pretty upsetting. Grab the little piece in here. Added you and this. A lot of these singular color builds are probably not as easy to do on stream, but I think they're pretty cool. This, you, that part. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. It gets whiter toward. Good. That's interesting. Adding a full grit here. Alright. And then going very interesting. And then you stab this chunk through here, which kind of gives it sort of a vertical base. We'll just, dang it, it's not got enough forward angle to it. Oh well, it's still really cool. Even if it can't stand up by itself, it's still really nice. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. We do this. Throw on that. Throw this. Oh, I just realized I've not been building a lot of these. On camera, my bad. Right. This going this orientation. Okay. Throw on the stud. Very interesting. And then we just kind of throw it like that. Huh. I'm intrigued by that part of the build. Very intrigued. Whoops. Yeah, very intrigued by that part of the build. Then we throw this piece. Wait. Okay. Throwing these here like this. All right. Alrighty. Then we flip this over. Oh right, this is that part that goes on here. Alright, and then I need to remember to add on the 2 grill pieces. Alright. And then we throw on the topper. And this goes this. Interesting. And then we just do that again, but on the opposite end. I mean, this should be up top here. This would be here. If I remember correctly, this would be like that. Good. And then we throw this. And then we throw this. These on the corners. I think I did this right. No, I did not. I did it wrong. My bad. What? Interesting. I don't quite know how that happened, but okay. Let me just rotate you. Good, and then what? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is right. There we go. And then I just need to flip this. And then put this like this. There we go. Pretty interesting. Nothing else. Nope, nothing else. Well, that's interesting. The way that it kind of shows up when it lands. And then I guess would take off kind of like this. Honestly, slightly backward, I think looks really cool, but it just kind of like, yeah, there's like pod, kind of interesting, and then we got like these rotating kind of, I assume these are guns, or simulated guns, just, you can even have it kind of tilted slightly forward, so it kind of has like this, almost, this sort of look to it. I really wish the camera was at a perpendicular angle, but kind of like that, where it's just kind of flying almost like this. That's kind of interesting, just versus directly flat like this, but pretty cool. All in all, I think I'll throw the guy with the pistol inside the cockpit area. There he is, just nicely in there. It's a very interesting thing. I can hardly get it all in focus where you guys can really see a lot of detail, but I like the way that they use the grills on the back right there. That's really cool. Although I don't really know what this is meant to be. It's kind of thin. It looks slightly flimsy to me, but when it lands with that forward, so who knows, but pretty cool. Oh, this could literally just be a matter of a stabilizing portion, and this is only meant to be like this. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Very cool. I like the way this one looks. Let me just gather up all these excess parts. Besides the one gun. Put the other excess parts over there. Throw the pistol on the little pistol rack. And then we'll put the other stuff over this way for now. Yeah. Alright. And then I don't quite know what it's meant to be, but it's pretty cool. Put that over there. Let me just get a drink. Okay. And then last, certainly not the least of the builds for today, we have Home 1. Absolutely love these, these sorts of sets, and I can't wait to get the last few of these. I am only missing a couple, at least of the capital ship, because I have the Providence, the Superstar Destroyer, the what is it called? Oh yeah. Then I also have the Cantive 4. And I now have the Home 1. And I can't wait till I get the Republic Arquidence. That'll be really cool. Let's just quickly get this open and see what we're working with. Yeah, hope y'all are doing well. So just me, and then maybe sometime soon we'll build the final set I have to build. So we've got, how many bags is this? 5 bags total. All right, so I'm going to layer these. We're gonna do bag 2 on the left, and it's bag 3, and bag 4, and bag 5. So we got 5 bags. First bag, a nice decent booklet with the kind of boxed corner, which I think is kind of cool. So rather than like the smaller booklets where it's rounded, where you just kind of have that like sheet of paper that's been stapled and folded over, these actually have like the cover binding all around it, which I think is kind of cool, like a regular soft cover book, which I think is really cool. Oh, I didn't even notice this, but this comes with a Nebulon B that just kind of sits on the outer edge of the ship, kind of for like the scale of it. I think that's kind of cool. Alrighty. Let's see. Length. Oh wow, the actual length. Ooh. These are really cool. Okay, so it's 29 turbo lasers, 36 ion cannon. Wow, this thing has a lot of ion. And then it is the length of 1,300 meters. That's a pretty long ship itself, but all right, let's actually get to building this thing. Oh, I'm excited. I love these models because they are some of my favorite designed ships. Like, they're just some of the coolest in my opinion. I absolutely love seeing these just massive, like these ships that are just so big. I love these because they're decorative models. They're meant to just kind of be built on like a shelf and just kind of observe. How long is this thing gonna be? About 13 inches long. So, pretty long ship. So then we start off with this. Where is the piece here? Two of these. Here's the other one. Yeah, I love building these things. They're absolutely awesome. A really long black piece. Alright, another one of these. Same size as the other one. Good. This is already most the size of the ship, which is pretty darn impressive. And then we go with another one of these. Oh yeah, this is sort of the inner part of the ship. This goes over here. And then we throw on these pieces. And then we have the little conference room from the Ahsoka show, I believe is what's being shown here. I believe that's what's been shown off. I don't quite know who the tan and then the white is meant to represent. But I do know that the orange, green, and then orange, brown, and then green is obviously supposed to be good old Hera Syndulla. I do love her. Yeah, Hera Syndulla. Or Syndulla. I don't know what it's meant to be said, but I like saying Syndulla, so that's what I'm going to say. And we kind of have them in part of the ship, but I think it's really cool that they do these sort of, these sort of vignettes. I think that's really cool. They're just gonna make these vignettes inside the ships as just nods to where the stuff inside the set actually originates, which I think is really cool. I need the one that goes down. Here it is. That there, this here, and then this. I do kind of wish that they would have not gone with the pink brick here, just because then if you're looking from the inside of the ship, right, like that, you can still see the pink. It's a bit upsetting that they kind of did that, though I can probably make sense of it. Ooh, is this? I think this might be the A-Wing. I love the A-Wing. It's a really neat design for a ship. Although I think my favorite design for ships in Star Wars has got to be the... I think one of my favorite ship designs is probably... Oh, there's so many good ship designs in Star Wars. It's somewhat hard to say, but I definitely love the yeah, I love the, what is it called again? I keep forgetting the name of it, dang it. Not the Y-wing, it's not the Y-wing. I absolutely love the design of the ghosts. One thing I wish that we could get inside of yeah, a lot of the canon stuff. Ooh, I just thought of something that I really hope makes a showing inside of the yeah, that makes an appearance that I hope makes an appearance, but I doubt it would. And then new stuff that Dave Filoni's making, the kind of stuff with Thrawn. I really hope we get to see some live action Chiss ships. I would love to see live action Chiss ships, just because they sound so freaking cool inside the Thrawn trilogy books. Like, they're just some of my favorite ships in the entire Star Wars. You know, I think I'm going to read the thing that came during the little scene vignette piece, this little bit down here. These days, there are few who can wield the Force. Ahsoka Tano and General Harrison Gula may be discussing how Morgan Elsbeth was able to escape and or how to recapture their notorious prison. Oh, that's Ahsoka. Okay, that makes sense. Since she had those gray robes on, that's where that was from, I believe. And then the yeah, this little vignette kind of Easter egg piece says, assemble your green squadron and prepare your enemy starfighters for the upcoming battle to take down the Empire. I absolutely love this. And this one goes just right here. And then we just get to place you. And then we throw on the kind of back part of vignette. It'll be really cool to see how everything ends up being able to be constructed to where you can see these inside the vehicle. You kind of have Ahsoka, a green squadron starfighter. These are cool. Good. And then we get to Admiral Akbar and his lovely bit. I love these sort of three-stud characters. I think that's a really cool way to add add noticeable character to it. Not too much. Alright, and then this one says, it's a trap. Admiral Akbar coordinating the rebel attack on the second Death Star, Battle of Endor, realizes the entire mission is in jeopardy. The Death Star deflector shield is still up. Very cool. I love this. So then we just throw together the rest of this. And then we're gonna have our final little section once we add in our studded pieces, which is about half of the ship currently, which I think is pretty unique. This then gets going here. And we can get this. Very cool. I love this design. All right. And then we come around and we, I guess, just add on our panels. Just come on, attach, perfect, across the entire top. And then we just coordinate everything else. Oh look, and then we've got what looks to be the back half of the ship now. So we kind of have this central core piece, which I guess I'll just put off to the side. And we get to build what appears to me to be either like an engine compartment or whatever. I definitely think it's kind of cool the way that these newer sets are being built, a lot of these decorative sets. I think it's really cool how they've managed to design them. So we get to add this. This goes on top of here. We get these, which get to have you and you. And then we build these onto the sides. I do absolutely love how they're using the Lego system, what's it called again? Oh yeah, the like standard 5:2 ratio. I think that's really cool. Because I guess 5 plates tall is 2 bricks wide. And so that provides some very cool building techniques when you kind of get that right. And it's really cool. These. I guess we're building the back engine compartment right now. So where the back engines connect to the rest of the ship. I don't quite remember how the back end of the ship looks, so I can't exactly say I'm all too familiar with this area of the ship. But meh. Certainly have the colors about right for the thruster plumes. Boom. I love it. And we use these. I absolutely just love building with Lego. They're some of my favorite things to mess around with. Which, I mean, makes sense. Legos are some of the easiest things to build with. They are really cool. Especially if you can get some really good ideas. Yeah. I think I gotta say, some of my favorite Star Wars ships have to be the oh, what are they called? Dang it, I'm forgetting the names of them. Oh, come on. What's the name of it again? Oh, yeah. I think, like, Nebulon B style ships are probably some of my favorite. Oh, right. That was what my favorite ship was. I kind of forgot what it was called for a second. Hammerhead Corvettes. They're just some of my favorite ship designs, I'm gonna be honest. And it almost doesn't matter whether it's the, Republic, like the old Republic Hammerhead, or the new Republic Hammerhead, or not New Republic, but yeah. I love that design. It's the same sort of thing with the what was the name of that new ship from the Star Wars? It was made with old Star Destroyers. Starhawk. Yeah, I love Starhawk ships as well. The Starhawk ships as well. Those are brilliantly beautiful ships. Well, there's just a lot of good Star Wars ships, I'm gonna be honest. I really wish I remembered exactly what area of the ship, like how they each look, because I always forget different parts of each ship. And so now I'm building this with light recollection of what it is that I'm building. And then we just throw you on the yellow. And then we throw this on this side. I like how they use kind of different colors to just kind of showcase how different areas look of the ship or looks. Wait. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. They apparently use these over here just to kind of represent, who knows. This is part of the engine compartment. Ah, that's why that's designed like that. So we got our engine compartment, which we then use this to cover and lock the entire center of the ship together, providing a nice, solid core. Very nice and solid, not gonna come apart. We just need to retrieve the old piece. We'll just move them around. Gonna segment them off. We grab bag number 2. Or wonderful bag 2. I do remember that I think the last 2 bags, or the last bag at least, is entirely just for stabilizing and kind of adding in that base, which is really unique. I love the base. Yeah. Alright. So we start off adding 2 cheese slopes. Over to the front of the vehicle. Yeah, I will probably not try to build anything bigger than any of these sets. In fact, this might even still be too big to try to build on stream, but I'm hoping to be able to get a better camera to use for that soon. Though that may or may not be possible, I don't yet know. So, yeah. Okay. Now that we've got that built, we get to design or build the next portion. Interesting. So we get cheese slope and headlight brick. We get a couple brackets, a headlight brick, where's the gold? A nice shiny gold piece. Pretty interesting. And then we throw all of that on top of here. The gold's kind of interesting. I don't really know why there's the gold there. I wonder if that's just something that I don't quite understand. And then we use some of the 6 longs. Honestly, I should really do like a build with me eventually. I think that'd be kind of cool to do at some point. Like a have like a cheap set and do like a build along. That'd be really cool. Although Legos might not be a great thing to do something like that with. Maybe I might do a, I don't know. I don't know what I'd want to do. Who knows? I certainly don't. One of these, the long one. The long one goes here. And this goes here. And then we go with 2 of these slopes towards the back. I definitely have to say, I think the home one is probably one of the most difficult ships to get right, just because of the way that the ships look. Right? Because in Star Wars, these things are very bulbous. And trying to do something bulbous, I imagine, is very challenging. It's like, you gotta get it very right, or it looks really off. I think they got it right. Yeah, definitely one of those sets that I think would probably be the hardest to get right when designing. So you gotta capture an aesthetic without using any piece that really would convey that aesthetic. And then we I'm trying to put that on backward. My bad. We have 2 of these. Go here. Oh, I'm starting to... I keep accidentally starting to build further and further off screen. My bad. Okay, and then we have a lower down section. That's interesting. Didn't realize that this was part of the ship. Granted, I wasn't great at paying attention to the ship design of Home 1, because it's a lot bigger, a lot more imposing, and a lot harder to keep track of. In my opinion, at the very least. But, Alright, so this is how they managed to get that sort of bulbous look. They just kind of threw whatever stuck and used it. Nice. This goes... I see. I made a mistake. Alright. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to use the part separator. There we go. There we go. Got that off. This is supposed to go. I almost did that wrong again. At the very end here, this part, let me just pull that off. Going over here. And then this going right there we go. Now everything fits right. And that goes there. This goes right here. A dark piece goes over here. That goes right like that. There we go. Now we got everything in place. And then we just dual the gray or the tan pieces. Yeah, I assume then that the next bag will probably be primarily other parts. Go. These are very interesting parts. These 1x2 flat rounded edge pieces. Very interesting to see. I've not seen those before. At least I don't think I have. And then you kind of bridge this gap. Go you. Right here with cheese slope. There with this here. This one goes here. Yeah, they kind of create the bulb and kind of bulbous look by just having a couple exposed studs, which isn't a bad way to handle it. Okay, so we use a stud up here, and then we use one of these over here. Okay, and then is this... This looks like it's maybe part of the front nose. Like one of these. 2x2. Or 2x5x2. As weird as that might sound, I think that's the actual dimensions of the piece. And then you. Bum, 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 bum. One that way, the other way. And then we get two of the curved pieces to face downward. Then we stack two of these. And then that's an interesting kind of way to handle the nose cone. And then with these facing this way, adding on these very nice sizable kind of front wedges. They're really cool to use. This sticks to the bottom right here. Not bad. You. And then this locks it in place. So that's the purpose of those bricks. The red ones. So they're gonna lock this front end on. Then we just stack these together, use them to kind of buff up the width of the vehicle. Bum, 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 bum. All right. And now we're on to bag numero 3. Numero 3. I don't know. Numero 3. Bag 3. Numero 3. Oddly enough, trying to say it that way sounds weird. Oh well. Alright. It is numero 2. Numero 3. saying numero tres just sounds weird. Okay, and then this is where you add these bluish ones to every spot that basically is open. Which makes sense to put these all in one bag, just to deal with that detailing then. I can see why they do it that way. And then now that that's done, we again put that down, grab another piece. Boom, bum, 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 two. Alright. There's that. This piece. I think this is going to be the side of the ship. And then which tells me I think bag 4 will be that, bag 5 will be the other piece. Good. If I just flip you around, then we do one of these here. Yeah, so I think bag 3 is going to be one side panel, and then bag 4 will be the other side panel. Maybe these will also include some of the bottom if that's not in 5. And then this is a 4 sticking slightly over, and then a triple plate. Here's one. This, and then this piece goes right over these long way. Alright, and then this comes right over the edge there. Where's this? There's stud, it goes other side. Y'all are doing well. Alright, let me just kind of add in these. Need to remember where the camera actually can and cannot see. Something I gotta remember. And then we throw on another of these blue angled pieces. Great. And then we add on one of these sort of bump pieces, this really, really long black plate. Ridiculously long. I'd say that's a 16. Good. And then we will add in one red, one dark color, nice dark gray. And then we add in this here. Very nice how, because of the parts used, it shapes the ship. So, because of what parts they used, it adds a very distinctive look to the ship. Okay, oh hey! The Lego addiction never stops. No, it does not. You're gonna get hooked on Lego and you don't really do much else once you get to that point. I would say that I would try to calculate just how much I've spent in the last, like, 3 years on Lego, but I'm afraid to do that. As it would probably not be very good for my mind if I did that. But how you doing, Naresh? How you doing? Okay. Now this flips this way. Ah, okay. And then that's where we add on a bunch of little bracket pieces. These 2 high stud pieces. Yeah, how you doing, Rush? Let me just grab these. So just pre-programmed to ask about. Right, yeah, still was unable to get anything, with those. I think the player... Did I check here? I'm gonna have to give a, check to the player, but I believe that the player is still no access. And as for the YouTube restrictions, I could access it on the phone I'm currently using because my phone died. So I'm currently using a extra phone my parents had, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to really go anywhere with that. This flips again, and then we have to add, where is it? 2 of these. So I could probably watch them on my phone, but that'd be about it for the YouTube video side of things. Righty. No. This is quite a lot of these. Where's the last one? I know I'm missing one. Where is it? No, where is it? Ah, here it is. Found it. Boom, boom. Oh, so I can email the Google Drive PCI thing. You can then get it through the phone and pass it over to the PC. Well, I don't have access to Google Drive, but the getting access to the VCL player, I don't know if the person in charge of whitelisting sites, my computer, whitelisted the site yet or not. That'd be the only thing. I think they have, but I'm not positive. So I'm pretty sure that I have access. I'm not 100% knowledgeable on whether that is or is not. Where's the part I'm looking for? No. It's not right. It's this one. Where's the other corner piece? There it is. And then, of course, the middle glass. Surrounded by the two parts that kind of show off the hanger. Yeah, so that'd go right up here. Interesting how they do that. That's pretty cool. Alright, and then we get double stack of gray. Yeah, I'll check whether I can do the VCL layer. Actually, could probably do it now. Where is that? Is that what this was? Okay, so the VCL has not yet been approved, unfortunately. So I cannot yet get it. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. It's just the guy is currently not available, and my phone with his number is not currently working. A lot of things that are making that very annoying right now, but I'll try to get it again as soon as I can. I just, okay, so this curved brick goes right here. Yeah. I can watch the videos on my phone at least. So, now watch the things you want me to react to, I just can't. Oh, I missed a piece. Holy, I almost missed two pieces. That'll be good. Alright. Position. There we go. Now that's in the right position. And then, yeah, this attaches like this. Nice. Pretty darn unique. I like the way that looks. Looks very much like the MC80A frigate or cruiser. I don't remember which one it was. Alright. So we throw you. These. Oh, this is just two of these. It's not one of those. Okay. But yeah, I can watch the thing on YouTube, but okay. So this fits right there, and then this and this. These, which fit into there. You're gonna do one of these rounded bricks right there with this facing this way. Interesting. And then this being you. Yeah. I'm doing... trying to decide whether to lie about that. I was about to say I'm doing pretty good, but I'm not really, but I'll just maintain not saying more. Thought about it, but I've decided against doing that, so... I'm doing iffy, but that's just the way things go sometimes. Alright. And that. Okay. This. Okay, that's more what I kind of expected with the engines. And this, which had this, and this one, which I'll add the sort of the weapons blister look. Okay, so that's how they add those sorts of weapons blister style areas. Or at least I assume that they're weapons blisters. Kind of like is mentioned in the Thrawn trilogy of books. That's one of my only instances with written Star Wars is the Thrawn trilogy of books. All of them, basically, but I don't know. Okay. And then above it, we go with this. And this just flips. Inward. I assume we angle it. And twice the flip. It actually doesn't say necessarily to angle it, but I've got that angled anyway. But we're now up to the fourth bag. It'll be about a 2.5 or so hour stream, which will be great. I may or may not do more stuff after this, but the LEGO stream was the main portion of this. I might do some other stuff later. Yeah, I know that streams next week will probably be a little sporadic depending. Like I may or may not get to certain streams on certain days. Kind of a mixed bag with that, but hopefully I'll be able to get to most of them. But who knows? It's gonna be a bit more hectic, but it's fine. A lot of this SOCOM? Maybe. Maybe I'll do a little SOCOM. Oh, wait, is this glass side? This is the glass side. Okay. This one's going to be designed a bit different than how the other side was designed, but that's just because it needs to come off in one chunk, I believe. And of course, the design of the ship itself is asymmetrical. Place that piece wrong. Quick separator. Yeah. It depends on when I finish stream and what kind of mood I'm feeling in, because There's gonna be a little bit more stuff going on today. Right. Alrighty. Do. We'll just throw on this over here. That's where I'm missing something. That goes right there. Knew I was missing some part of it. Gonna be honest, because the way that I've got light placed, this is really hard to see. There's glare on the page for the entire time, which is making this very fun to deal with. Boom. A really long spiky bit again. This in the middle of these two. Several of these singulars, which is rather interesting because this is going to put the part with the studs further forward. Because this is this. That puts the studs further forward, which is interesting. Oh wait, no, I can't do SOCOM yet. Yeah, I can't do SOCOM until next week. I just remembered about that. So annoying. Yeah, I can't do SOCOM until next week. Dang it. Oh, it's so annoying. The CD file. Yeah. Dang it. I completely forgot about the fact that isn't accessible to me at the moment. Oh. I do find this interesting, the way that this section of the ship is being built, because it's off by 2 studs from the other side, I think, if all angles are correct. So that's an interesting thing. Very interesting. This goes like this. bum 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 bum. I'm very confused by the way that this looks. I have a pretty good idea of how this ship was designed or built, yet it looks so very different. Which is interesting. Huh. Where are the other parts? You. With these off-center. I'm gonna have to look at the look at the ship again. Oh yeah, I forgot to add all of these here. That would have been good. Yeah, I didn't think the ship was this non-centered. But who knows? I thought that like weapon blisters and all that was same either side, but I could be mistaken. From the way that the ship currently looks, I was definitely mistaken. Huh? Uh-oh. What did I do wrong where? Did I do anything wrong? Doesn't look like I did anything wrong, so where is the missing piece? Everything looks right. But I am missing one piece. Where is it? It wasn't left in the bag, was it? It was. That would have been bad. We were missing 2 parts inside of a bag. That could have been problematic. Extremely problematic. Ah, I see. This goes in here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to actually try to look at the ship more closely at some point, because a good chunk of this ship is designed not necessarily with, you know, it being designed with, you know, symmetry in mind. So it was asymmetrical. I just didn't realize how asymmetrical this ship was apparently designed. Not used any of the blue ones yet, surprisingly enough. Okay, I think that looks good. That looks great. Ah, there's some of the blue ones. We use it here, there, and then with a stud at the end. Oh, shoot, that's not good. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Under the desk. Alright. Very good. And then with this going there, and this going over here. Then we're gonna put this under it with this there, apparently this here. Alrighty. Okay, then we just establish this as just hopping to the side. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And we throw these 2 things together. And I'll just all the way in the back there. Down, where's the, there it is. And that kind of goes right there. And then we redo the engines. So it's this. And then we just throw these together. Boom. And we of course add these. Going like that. These are like symmetrical. I assume these will be weapons areas, but that's only an assumption. Going based off literally nothing. Alright. Sure, there's no dog here in the build. Alright. And then we add in the final piece. Which goes just like this. Come on, snap on. Boom. Alright. I'm actually somewhat surprised because I thought bag 5 was going to be only the stand, but it looks like it's the stand, a little bit more of the front end, as well as some of the final pieces of the front. But we're on to the last bag. Bag numero. I have no idea what 5 is. Bag 5. Yeah, I don't know. Cinco? Yeah, that's right. I really hope that's right. I don't know why I'm trying to name the bag numbers in Spanish. But I guess that's what I'm doing. Oh, right. I need to put these out further forward. I keep doing that, which... Sorry for that. Right. Yeah, I gotta say, these look really darn good, these ships. Every single one of the ones so far has looked really good. Where are the... No. Where's the part I'm looking for? Come on, I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. Found it. It's always fun when you're trying to find a part. That's interesting that these have a marking on this version, but not the actual piece. The actual piece does not have what looks like a ridge on it. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Ah, and this connects into the back of the headlight bricks. Which then gets attached with these two pieces. They're gonna go like that. That leaves that final front piece, which I guess is just going to be standard bricks. Come on. Everything needs to go together. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. That's a little bit of a weak connection, but... Oh, there we go. I got that to actually snap in place. Nice. Perfect. And then we just upside down it goes. Grab. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. And grab these. Add in the clear pieces. You just kind of get to snap there with some thrusters. Boom, boom. Add on some extra pieces. Bottom. This lines up here. This goes, I believe it's right here. Oh, I see how these were put on. That's not how that was put on. That is 2, this is 3. So it's one further that way. There we go. And then these are put on like this. Interesting. And that one's marked like that. With that like that. These ones go like this. This goes here. There we go. And then we take this piece. Where is the... Here it is. Shove that in there. This goes right there. And we go with this. It's kind of interesting. I don't remember this necessarily being on the ship, but it doesn't seem implausible. And then this goes like this, right there. And then I think it's mostly time for the stand, which is fun. I love building these stands. They are so easy, though being completely black, I don't know how well pretty much anything will appear for you guys. Glasses are a little loose. There we go. Alright. Then we, of course, add in the gray bit here. Yeah, I absolutely love the way that they have these stands built. They're really cool to me. All of this, all of these in the set is just cool to me. I like the entirety of it. Do that, do more of these roughly middled. Start by 2. Big square bit. I just realized not on screen. My bad. And then we kind of do this. Pretty. Right. Then we do one of these. That's too long. 4. Then we apply the flat surface piece. There we go. Up to this, we bring these. All right. Add on the pieces. Good. And then we kind of do interesting bits with this, adding these, this comes right here. And then you just kind of do the same thing. Right, I'll build it just from the back end, just that. This. And then if I page, it's just 2 more of these. Right. Forget just how well they do these, how well they make these stands. They work really well. Okay, so I almost did that wrong. These get put, and then they get put up here. That's how they kind of get balanced, right? And then this one gets added. Then they, I guess, add in this. And we get this piece. You can add it now before adding in. Nope, that's not how that works. The reason things are done in the order they are done, and do not skip. You'll learn that by now. And then at the front, we just throw on these 2 pieces. It's called a Star Cruiser. And then this holds the front plate. I think it's gonna be the first one of these that I have that doesn't have an extra piece to it, just telling you more about it. But this goes this orientation. And so now I can just place it off the side. We attach all of this. Come on. There we go. And so now we get to work on, I believe it's the Nebulon V. And then we do, what is it? this here, that's there, this like this, and then pyramid slope behind it with one of these back here. Oh no, there's two of these. You get this, then you get this, going like that. Interesting. Rather an interesting way to do a Nebulon B. Still recognizable as one, but wait, so it's built like that, so when it gets placed like this, right here. So we now have the Nebulon B next to it. And then I guess there are these pieces that go elsewhere. No idea when they were supposed to be this piece placed right here, but they apparently didn't do that. And then over where they have the pieces, over where they have these, put those little ski pieces. This has dual stack piece there. I guess there's the bridge. We do this twice. Okay. This one goes here. And then this one goes on the double stack all the way back here. And that's that. The Home 1 Star Cruiser is complete. And it does look right. I just want to look at how they actually show the... Oh. No, that is right. It does have things that are kind of like that down the middle of the ship, with other ones that are on the sides that are a little thinner. Yeah, this is about accurate. And if I just quickly pull it off the stand, there are always so many spares, and I have made 3 different sets right now, so that's the spares from all 3, which is about accurate. But now if I show the ship, you kind of have that, and then you just kind of have this way, the side would be Nebulon B, the rear, from the top. Voila! The Home 1 Star Cruiser. Yeah. There we go. Some of those spares, by the way, came from this set. Which included those guys. Really, camera, focus. Focus, camera. I know it lost focus. Where is its focus? Even. For frick's sake, camera. Okay. Why is it focused all of a sudden right at the camera? I mean, that's not horrible, because I can, you know, show the figure in fairly decent detail, finally. You know, the few figures that are actually in any of the 3 sets, so, you know, that's how these guys look. But I don't know why it lost the focus here where everything is. Camera! Oh, for frick's sake! Well, we have this. I don't know why the focus is lost. I don't really know how to get it back. But I really don't know how to. My camera's just autofocus, so I have no idea how to get it to focus at all. I have no idea how to get stuff. This. A little Millennium Falcon. Is the stream gonna kick back up in a second?